Non-violence, ahimsa. Daily we drink water, breathe air. With that, we destroy many microorganisms. We wear cotton and silk clothes and use shoes. For cotton and silk clothes, killing the animals and plants. We use pesticides on pests at the crops. We kill viral and bacteria. For our diseases, we use medicines. Carnivorous animals depend on the herbivorous animals for food. If we see, there is a saying, practice of himsa or violence is a suicide, and also it accumulates sin. What is violence or himsa? Can we live without violence? Let us discuss. When our thought it is pure and harmless, there is no violation of harm doing to others that never give any sin to us. With our word, speech, or talk, not commanding, not forcing, not hurting anyone, it never accumulate any sin to us. Next, it is a deed, not killing any living beings. It never accumulate any sin, so that may not be a violence. If we see birds, animals, fishes, they have no discrimination of morality. They kill and they eat. That is not a violence because they live to kill. Himsa violence means killing or injuring, hurting any animal or a person physically, morally, or emotionally. There can be some avoidable violence in our life. Though poor men they come to work with us, if we bargain and make them giving a less wages, that can become as a himsa, so that we accumulate some sin. People cutting leaves of plants while they are walking or loitering. Though it is simple thing, a plant never speak, but it will accumulate sin. Because we feel sometimes during playing children, they play with ants, dragonflies, spiders, lizards. At the end they kill them. This is also avoidable. Though children they don't know, but we know, we must have to advise them. When we are reading a book, on its small insects they pass on, in order to get rid of them, we attack them with fingers. But what happens when we attack? They lose their legs and cut and fall. They injure. That can accumulate sin. Other than that, just if we blow air on them with mouth, they float in air and disappear. To get rid of cockroaches, pets, not necessary to kill them with broomsticks. It is better to protect our surroundings neat and clean so that they don't come. Escaping from our duties and obtruding our duties on others with pressure, it can also become as a himsa, a violence, can give us a sin. Neglecting the children in disciplining it will make them as a antisocial elements when they become adult. It will accumulate a bundle of sin. Though violence or himsa, it appears to be dangerous and unhappy, but in certain areas we must be very strict in our duties. For self protection and self preservation, we can do violence. That may not be considered as himsa. Example, if we don't punish criminals, they attack on our possessions and there may not be any law and order. There is another example. In the past, we were ruled by a few hundreds of Britishers, even though we were millions, because we could not discriminate what is a violence and what is a non-violence. That made us slaves to them. There is another example. Foreigners, they kept a row of cows in front of our Indian soldiers. Though we were strong, our Indian kings, lost their kingdom at that time because of sentiments that killing a cow accumulates sin. That was an advantage to the foreign soldiers. They were occupied our kingdom and they ruled. So, what is himsa? What is violence? If we discuss, where it is necessary, there we must be violent in our duty. Where it is avoidable, it must be avoided. We must be looking a small thing into a big thing and we have to protect. See, for example, nature. It is a pioneer to us. Whether you trust nature or believe in God, whatever may be, nature continuously destroys the world to build the new. It is not a violence. Is it a violence? Because it is the new, it is better than the old. For running the existence, nature does like this.